So I was wondering too about if there were any specific guides that wanted to help us at this time of the Lion's Gate. And I did pick up on 7 different guides that wanted to come through. And some of these guides have been working with me more personally lately, the last few weeks. And some of them have been showing up more for other clients in the last few weeks. So there seems to be some kind of correlation to why they're showing up at this time and how they want to help us through this time. So I'm just going to try to list real quickly who those guides are, and then if you feel drawn to work with any of these guides or get to know any of these guides, or if you sense any sort of resonance with any of these guides, then definitely call on them for help during this time to help you get into your power and align with these energies. But the first guide is Ra, and he is the Egyptian sun god. He also has a strong creative power. He's kind of like an extension of source energy, an extension of the energy of the sun, to help you create and manifest and use your creative power to your highest potential of who you are as a creator God. So he's really about helping you tap into that highest potential and gift of creation. And Sekhmet is the second one, and she is the daughter of Ra, so she is the Egyptian goddess of the sun, but she also has a lioness head, or the head of a lioness, and so she's very much brings in the divine feminine aspect, but she also has a very divine masculine aspect to her. So she's also about igniting the creative force within, but she's also more of the feminine approach, and she's about healing as well. So she has like a very fierce side to her, but she also has a very loving and nurturing, mothering side to her. But her energy that is fierce is totally fearless. So you could imagine making a lion upset and seeing what that leads to. That's very much her energy. She comes in very strong, very fierce, very direct, but she's a good protector guide and guardian guide to have on your team as well. So I do love her energy. She's very strong and very powerful, and she will help you definitely get into that sovereign mode and give you that courage and fearlessness that you need to head out into battle and to face your problems head on. And the third guide that came up, or has been coming up a lot lately for me, is Isis. And Isis is all about, she's the queen of the moon, I believe, or she's associated with the moon, and she's all about moon magic and inner alchemy and, manifesting through your own powers of magic and inner wisdom, divine feminine nature. She's very motherly as well. She's very protective as well. She carries the energy of the wings. And she's very much about helping you attune to your higher self and the wisdom of your higher self. So sacred knowledge. And she's going to help you stay focused. That's what it says on the card. The card is magic. It's manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So yeah, she will help you with that. The fourth guide that's been showing up a lot more, that doesn't come in as much for people typically, but I've been noticing coming in more, is Green Tara. And she is all about helping you kind of find, she's a Bodhisattva, which is like a female Buddha, an enlightened one, and she comes in with the energy of the pink and the greens, and she's very nature, she has a very nature-based feel to her. I feel like she works with Archangel Ariel a lot and Mother Gaia a lot. She's all about bringing the earth balance energy in. She brings in the frequency of compassion and healing and like Mother Nature. But she's also about being abundant, because if you look at like Mother Earth is abundant and nature is abundant. And so she really comes in with that power of abundance, and she's been wanting to help people lately, like really tune into that I am presence and manifesting the abundance. And it's all about, it's very heart-based with her. So she's also helping you to tune into the wisdom of your heart to propel you forward to understand what it is that you wish to manifest and how best to bring those manifestations into accordance with the divine will of Mother, Father, God, and the divine will of Mother Earth, and what is good for the harmony of the planet as well. So she's all about planetary cycles as well, and helping you tune to nature and the guidance of nature. So that's Green Tara. And then I also have Joan of Arc coming in, and she is a warrior. She is all about the spiritual warrior. So she's talking about spiritual warfare and how to combat kind of the warfare of the enemy and stand in your power and speak your truth. And she holds the sword of truth that Archangel Michael carries, and the shield of armor, God's protection. She's a warrior when it comes to going into battle and aligning with her highest truth, with highest integrity is what she's saying. So she can help you find your truth, your higher truth. She can help you align with that. She can help you speak more vocally and loudly. She can help you with clearing energy of the throat chakra, things that might be stuck here, that might be blocking your ability to voice your opinion and speak your truth and stand in your power. It's very much about integral sovereignty is what I'm hearing with her. So being integrity, it's like honor, courage, dignity, respect. It's all about self-respect. You have to have all of those feelings about yourself. You have to be in alignment with that, because that is your higher nature. She's saying that is your higher God qualities that are wanting to express through you at this time. And that is your spiritual armor, your spiritual gifts, is your warrior spirit, is spoken through the words that you choose to speak and how you present yourself to others, like the strength that you carry within your own energy body, and the wisdom that you carry and how you align with these energies. Is how you're going to show up for battle, is what she's saying. So, and that's all about, and she's talking about rites of passage too. So it feels like we're kind of going through these rituals of initiation processes, is what she's highlighting right now. And divine faith is needed. So she acts in accordance with divine faith on her mission, trusting that she has all the support she needs from the other side. So she's very much about strengthening your willpower by aligning with your faith and the frequency of faith and trust, so that you can gain higher wisdom and higher power and higher outcomes. So wow, she's a good warrior guide to have on your side. And then the sixth guide is Saint Germain, and he's here to help you release your karma, because that's what he does he works with the violet flame, and the violet flame is all about transmuting old energies that no longer serve, transmuting dark energies into the light. That has to do with releasing karma, karmic ties to other people, cutting cords with other people. He can help you do that. He can help release you from the past. He's showing, because he's an art and a master at transcendence or transmutation. So he can help you shift out of like lower victim consciousness modes, ways of thinking, and that's holding you back. And it's tying you to this karmic load that is wanting to be free right now. Now is a time for freedom from karma, past mistakes. Self-judging is an issue that we have, so learning how to forgive ourselves. So he just works with a lot of people on a lot of different levels. He's also like a master magician and wizard, an alchemist. So he works with people on many different levels. So, but he's talking about, turning your thoughts into gold, or turning your experiences into golden ones. So he can help you reach new heights of when it comes to your own frequency and the ways that you can work to lift your own frequency. He can help guide you, but he can also help guide you in the ways of learning. So in your own thought processes, and tuning into his frequency, he's showing will help guide you more in alignment with like the righteous path, or the proper ways to act that are in accordance with bringing in these higher shifts of consciousness to the planet. So, and to release the old baggage and the karma through the transmutation process that he can teach you more about if you are willing to learn from him. I feel like he's a type of guide that will show you books and give you books that will point you in the right direction to tuning more into his frequency and harnessing his knowledge, wisdom, and energy a little bit better. But he also is showing that he's here for the planet too, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done as a collective on the planet, the energies that are coming in, some of the darker energies that are there to skew us, he's saying, or to lead us astray, need to be collectively cleared out. And so the violet ray, working with the violet ray is really important. Archangel Zadkiel is also the angel associated with that ray, along with Holy Amethyst. So, and Lady Portia is Ascended Master Saint Germain's twin flame. So all four of those angels and Ascended Masters, they work together with the violet ray. So you can call on any one of them to help with the cleanup process and to help clean up this energetic portal as well, to make it more clear for people to see more clearly with their third eye the correct path and how to align with these higher frequencies. And then lastly but not least, of course, we have Kali Ma. And Kali Ma is a Hindu goddess. I don't work with her as often as I work with some of the other guides, but she is like an associate. She's like a different version of Sekhmet in terms of she's not necessarily associated with the sun energy, but she is fierce. She is fierce and she is loyal and she's proud in a way. She can get the job done, and she's mostly about helping people face their fear head on. She's about fighting off the demons, fighting off the dark energies that are there to kind of suck the life out of us and drain us. So she's showing me the energetic cords that need to be cut, the ties with that need to be cut, but also kind of like the snake-like energies around me that keep us coiled and keep us kind of like bound and restricted in our own movement. It's like these snake-like cords that are sort of surrounding us right now, that are kind of seeking to sort of find their way into our psyche in a way, to bring us down, to lower our vibration. She's wanting you to cut those cords, and so she's like the queen of that. She's fierce in that way, and she will come in and you know, take out all the cords that are sucking the life out of you. Anything that you've plugged into, any programs, ideas, people, storylines, narratives that you've plugged into that are sucking your energy or sucking the life out of you, slowly bringing you to a slow death. She's saying a slow spiritual death. She'll cut those and help you rise again in your power and your might. So she's really here working behind the scenes a lot. She has the protective energy of the fire element as well. So she uses that to kind of burn through, in the sense of burn through blocks, in the sense of physical and spiritual transformation and development. So she's good at illuminating the fears and helping you to kind of move through those or face those head on, very similar to Sekhmet. So in fact, she says they can work very well together, those two, because they both have that fiery energy and they're both very passionate about what they do. That's not to say, though, that she's not also a devoted mother. She's very devoted to her children and those who call on her for protection. She's very motherly towards, and she gives it her all. Like she will her love knows no bounds, and her protection knows no bounds. She's very fiercely loyal in that sense as a guide. So call on her, get to know her energy. It's a little wild woman energy. I'll warn you, she's wild woman energy, but she brings that fiery spirit and just kind of like that can-do attitude. Like, I don't care what other people think. I'm going to do it anyways, because that's being true to myself. So she's going to bring out that warrior spirit within you as well, but maybe in a little bit of a different way than Joan of Arc. So all of these guides are so important, and I might just have to make this little piece a separate part, because they all wanted to come through with their own messages and ways they were helping us. So I should have known better than to try to fit this into the last Metatron video that I was doing with the Lionsgate. So if you haven't watched that video, tune into that now. I'll leave a link here to that, but this is kind of an addendum to that video. And yeah, these are the main guides to work with at this time. So I would love to hear if you're working with any of these guides. I would love to hear what your thoughts are about, yeah, just anything going on with these energies with the Lionsgate portal, and how you might be feeling these different guides around you, or how they might be helping you to align with these energies. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye.